In Hollywood, where the spotlight never goes out, appearance is not only a plus, but sometimes also a weapon that helps stars maintain their position. While the public often scrutinizes the changes in the appearance of female stars, many male actors also have a remarkable journey of self-renewal. Some choose to stay silent, others are cleverly supported by film studios. In this video, we will explore the little-told stories behind the always perfect appearance of male Hollywood stars. Robert Redford, the elegant icon of Hollywood, not only conquered the audience with his bright eyes and calm demeanor, but also thanks to the discreet and intelligent way he maintained his appearance. While many stars of his time chose to deny or outright fight against the traces of time, Redford approached beauty with self-control and sophistication, true to his lifestyle up to now. Instead of following the trend of rejuvenation at all costs, Redford chose a strategy of gentle intervention very early. In the mid-1980s, he began to treat the under-eye bags, the area that often reveals age the most. Instead of looking for sudden changes, he took small steps to maintain a natural appearance on screen. According to makeup artist Leonard Engelman, Redford understood his face very well, every line, every camera angle, and that helped him actively control his public image without having to compromise his personal identity. In the 1990s, when Redford turned to directing, he continued to refine certain details, such as his jawline, which was key to maintaining his masculine and elegant features. But it was worth noting that he did not let these changes overwhelm the maturity that was gradually taking shape with age. Modern plastic surgeons, such as Dr. Patricia Wexler, consider Redford's style a prime example of the concept of sustainable care. Not too much, but enough to retain the inherent appeal. By the 2010 S, Redford had accepted the signs of time naturally. Age spots, wrinkles, and sagging features did not diminish his style, but rather added depth to his gaze. In The Old Man and the Gun, critics unanimously praised the authenticity and experience that Redford brought to the screen, as an affirmation that attraction lies not in smooth skin, but in the spirit and personality that radiates from within. Robert Redford's beauty is a gentle but thoughtful story. He does not fight against time, but goes with it, step by step, without haste, without fanfare. A model of the grace of aging, and a reminder that true bravery lies not in hiding the traces of time, but in knowing how to let it become a proud part of oneself. Simon Cowell, famous for his unflinching comments on American Idol and The X Factor, has been equally candid about his own beauty journey. While many male celebrities choose to keep quiet about their physical changes, Cowell has been open about his transformations, from Botox injections to his more visible cosmetic procedures. It is this honesty that has made him one of the pioneers in breaking down stereotypes about male beauty care in the entertainment industry. Initially, Cowell appeared with a simple, unadorned appearance, but since 2008, audiences have begun to notice his tighter skin and unusually smooth face signs of cosmetic treatments. Instead of denying it, Cowell happily admitted, "I know I've had Botox, and so do my friends." The statement is a confirmation that in Hollywood, taking care of one's appearance is no longer just for women. It is an indispensable part of anyone's public image. At the age of 50, Cowell began to try more drastic methods, from facelifts, eyelid adjustments, to neck tightening. But the turning point came after a health incident in 2017. He changed his lifestyle, eating moderately, exercising regularly, and began to approach aesthetics in a gentle way, combined with intensive skincare treatments. However, by 2022, Cowell's face became the center of controversy. Many people thought he had overdone it, making his expression no longer natural. And once again, he did not shy away. "I look at pictures of myself and I don't recognize myself. I went too far." Since then, he has proactively reduced the drastic interventions, focusing on maintaining a more natural freshness. What makes Simon Cowell's journey so special is not just his transformation, but the straightforward way he shares it. In an image-pressured world, that honesty has sparked a broader conversation about body image standards, about gendered beauty rights, and about knowing when to stop and appreciate the true beauty of age and experience. Bruce Jenner, before he became Caitlyn Jenner, was one of the first figures to openly discuss the cosmetic procedures he underwent, a rarity in the world of male celebrities in the 1980s and 1990s. His journey reflected not only his desire to maintain his public image, but also helped reshape the perception of male aesthetics in the entertainment industry. Jenner's first procedure came in 1984 with a facelift, by which time he was already an Olympic hero and beloved sports icon. As he transitioned to television, particularly with the series Keeping Up with the Kardashians, his physical changes became more visible and became a subject of public discussion. In the mid-1990s, Jenner underwent further rhinoplasty, but the results were less than satisfactory. In a 2009 episode, he openly admitted that it was a mistake, a rare candidness among celebrities, especially men. He later revised the results, and the whole process was also recorded on television, showing a change in public attitudes towards topics that were once considered sensitive. Not only did he stop at the popular cosmetic interventions before coming out as transgender in 2015, Jenner also had a number of other procedures such as a tracheal shave, which raised questions about his gender identity early on. However, at the time, these procedures were still simply understood as part of his efforts to perfect his appearance as Bruce Jenner, not as an official transition journey. What is worth noting here is that Jenner's openness has created a wave of change in the way male celebrities view and talk about their appearance. Instead of treating her aesthetic as something to be hidden, Jenner has made her story part of a public conversation, helping to reduce prejudice and paving the way for other artists to share their personal stories without fear. Mickey Rourke, a movie icon who captivated millions of audiences in the 1980s, is a typical example of a dramatic journey of changing his appearance, intertwined between sacrifice for art, the consequences of professional sports, and personal choices in aesthetics. That journey not only surprised the public, but also opened up a deep dialogue about the price of fame and the pressure to maintain an image. At his peak, Rourke possessed an attractive, rugged appearance with a rebellious temperament in films such as Diner, 1982, or 9½ Weeks, 1986. But at the peak of his career, he suddenly turned to professional boxing, a decision full of personality but also had serious consequences. From 1991 to 1994, fierce matches caused him to suffer a series of facial injuries, especially to his nose and facial bones, forcing him to undergo multiple medical interventions to restore the structure. Initially, Rourke's surgeries were reconstructive, aiming to restore his appearance after the injury. However, over time, cosmetic procedures became more and more frequent, from nose jobs, facelifts, to minor surgeries on the eyes and jaw, in the hope of regaining confidence and the ability to appear in front of the camera. Unfortunately, not all choices brought the desired results. In a sharing, Rourke frankly admitted, "I went in the wrong direction, asked the wrong person." That confession was both honest and painful, like a wake-up call about choosing a doctor and being alert before each cosmetic intervention. By the 2000s, audiences were getting used to a very different Rourke, no longer the old glamour, but instead a face marked by time and the traces of a lifetime. However, it was that appearance that contributed to the depth and weight of his later roles, typically Sin City, 2005, and The Wrestler, 2008. The film that helped him receive recognition from critics again. Perhaps what makes Rourke special is his unabashed honesty. He does not try to deny or explain, but faces the changes directly. As he once said, "My face tells a story. It may not be perfect, but it is real." It is a powerful message about courage, about how each person chooses to face time and the consequences of life choices. Mickey Rourke's story isn't about aesthetics. It's about living with all its flaws, its pride, and its courage. And sometimes, it's the imperfect faces that tell the most memorable stories. Carrot Top real name Scott Thompson is one of the comedians whose transformation journey has kept the public curious for more than 2 decades. From a comedian with a wild performance style, messy red hair, and a skinny physique, he has transformed into a more muscular, disciplined, and stage-bright image than ever before. A change not only in appearance but also reflecting his journey of self-renewal in the entertainment industry. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, audiences were surprised to see Carrot Top appear with a firm, toned body and a much more confident demeanor. Despite many rumors surrounding his use of body-enhancing measures, Carrot Top always responded with his familiar wit. "I just go to the gym and maybe it's the lighting." A way that both dodges and makes the person opposite laugh. But clearly, the change in his physical appearance is the result of a serious and deliberate training process. Besides his physique, his face also has many differences compared to the early years of his career. Lines such as cheekbones, eyebrows, or eye area look sharper and tighter. Although he has not confirmed any cosmetic procedures, Carrot Top has always used humor to calm down all rumors. "It's thanks to makeup and maybe a few little tricks that I'm not comfortable telling." An answer that is just enough to neither confirm nor deny, maintaining his own style in the way he communicates with the public. Despite the gossip, criticism, and even ridicule in the early years of his appearance change, Carrot Top did not let that stop him. He continued to perform regularly in Las Vegas, becoming one of the comedians with the most stable and favorite shows here. Over time, audiences have gradually moved from skepticism to admiration for his persistence and independence in choosing his image. What makes Carrot Top's journey special is not how he has changed, but how he has mastered that change. No blaming, no need to explain, no hesitation to be different. Simply being true to his personality. In an entertainment world that often follows the norm, he has become proof that humor, strong personality, and different appearance can still go together and create an irreplaceable mark. Joe Biden, President of the United States, is a prime example of how taking care of one's appearance can go hand in hand with a political career without losing authenticity. In an environment where image sometimes matters as much as policy content, Biden has cleverly chosen methods to improve his appearance in a natural and reasonable way, enough to maintain youthfulness, but not to overshadow personal identity. From a fairly early age, he faced hair loss, a problem that many men have to go through. Instead of ignoring it, Biden chose the solution of hair transplant. Over the years, the results of this improvement did not feel artificial, but on the contrary, helped him maintain a more solid and stylish image in the public eye. Experts say that perseverance combined with technological advances have made this process effective and almost non-controversial. In addition to hair, Biden's smile has also changed in a positive way. Improvements in cosmetic dentistry have given him a more even and brighter smile, a factor that contributes to the feeling of friendliness and closeness in meetings with voters or official dialogues. In politics, small details like that have a big impact on the overall feeling. As he enters his senior years, Biden continues to choose subtle beauty methods, which may include eyelid surgery to keep his eyes clear and youthful. However, what is remarkable is how he controls the level of intervention. Not too much, enough to support the image while still maintaining the wrinkles, natural expressions, which makes the person opposite still feel a real Biden. What is more important is how he conveys that image to the public, not ostentatious, not avoiding, but also not making it the focus. This approach helps Biden maintain the trust of voters, as James Carville puts it. As long as people still see him as himself, the changes on the outside are simply the passage of time. Joe Biden's story shows that grooming need not be a political taboo. When done carefully, it can be a tool to support image, boost confidence, and even help bridge the gap between a leader and the people. Kenny Rogers is not only famous for his warm voice and illustrious music career, but also became one of the few male artists who dared to be open about his beauty journey, a topic that is still quite sensitive in the entertainment industry. While many male stars often keep their cosmetic surgery private, Rogers chose to face it directly, sharing without hiding both his successes and mistakes. This journey began in the 1990s, when he turned 50 and noticed that his eyes were increasingly drooping, clearly affecting his demeanor and sense of confidence. Instead of letting that discourage him, he decided to have eyelid surgery and a facelift. At that time, he felt satisfied with the results. In a 2006 interview, he said that everything went very well at first. However, as he himself admitted, the cosmetic journey does not always bring the expected results. As he continued to undergo further cosmetic procedures in the 2000s, Rogers began to feel that his appearance was no longer natural. In a candid 2012 interview, he jokingly but meaningfully said, "I look like I'm constantly being startled." That statement reflected his regret in a sincere and humane way. What makes Rogers special is not that he has undergone cosmetic surgery, but that he is honest and sober in his attitude towards the results. In his memoir, he is not afraid to mention the limitations of cosmetic surgery and emphasizes that true beauty comes from acceptance and positivity. He believes that once people feel happy and satisfied with themselves, that will naturally reflect in their appearance. Through that openness, Kenny Rogers has contributed to changing the public's view, especially men's on cosmetic surgery. He neither advocates nor opposes, but offers a balanced and honest perspective that each person should decide for themselves their own physical journey, but also understand the risks and where to stop. For this, he is not only a musical icon, but also a valuable voice in the conversation about beauty, aging, and authenticity in the art world. Barry Manilow is not only an international music icon, but also a living testament to the changing way the entertainment industry and society view men's appearance. Over the decades of his career, he has not only maintained an incredible stage presence, but has also shown that improving his appearance, when done right, can go hand in hand with his career and personality. As early as the 1980s, when he was just turning 40, Manilow began making small adjustments to his face, such as a nose job and jawline reshaping. These changes were not intended to create a completely new image, but rather to maintain a fresh look while still retaining the familiar features that have become synonymous with him to his fans. During this period, he approached cosmetic surgery as a form of image maintenance, not a change of character. As male cosmetic techniques evolved in the 1990s and 2000s, Manilow continued to reinvent himself through procedures such as brow lifts, facelifts, and eyelid surgery. Despite the attention he received, he did not deny these changes, sometimes mentioning them with a relaxed and humorous attitude. This made him more approachable, breaking the shyness that is often seen when male artists talk about personal aesthetics. Unlike many stars who have to constantly adapt to the pressure of appearance to maintain public appeal, Manilow approached beauty proactively and gently. He did not change to please the public, but to serve himself. A personal but meaningful choice. His flexibility in building his image helped him maintain a fresh appearance without losing his characteristic artistic quality. Rather than alienating him, Barry Manilow's transformation journey has cemented his image as an artist who is constantly evolving, both musically and stylistically. He is a compelling example of the modern trend, that men have the right to choose to look good without shame or embarrassment. His journey has not only been a personal one, but has also helped to spur a shift in public thinking, where grooming becomes a natural part of one's artistic and personal life. Sylvester Stallone, the immortal action icon of Hollywood, is not only famous for his legendary roles, but also for his public and realistic transformation journey. Unlike many stars who often keep quiet about rumors, Stallone chose to be open and candid, a bold but inspiring choice. Since childhood, Stallone has faced challenges with his appearance due to complications at birth that left the lower part of his face slightly paralyzed. After an accident on the set of Death Race 2000 in 1975, he was forced to undergo plastic surgery, the beginning of a journey to modify his appearance not only for aesthetic reasons, but also for health and function. The 1980s marked the peak of Stallone's career, with his strong and seductive image in the Rocky and Rambo series. During this time, he deliberately refined facial features such as his jawline and hairline, changes that were subtle but made a noticeable difference when compared from film to film. These choices helped him maintain a look that was consistent with the hero image that audiences were familiar with. In an interview, Stallone once compared himself to a car that needs regular maintenance, showing that he did not consider plastic surgery unusual, but just part of the job. This frankness not only helped him avoid false rumors, but also contributed to changing the way the public viewed male actors' appearance care. Entering his 60s and then 70s, Stallone still maintained a toned body and attractive face, key factors that helped him continue to shine in the series The Expendables or Rambo: Last Blood. This consistency in image is largely due to his ability to combine a disciplined lifestyle, exercise, and appropriate cosmetic support. Dr. Cheryl Astin once commented that Stallone is a prime example of how modern male actors can approach aesthetics without losing their identity. It is through his courage to admit and share that Stallone has broken long-standing stereotypes, contributing to a wave of openness in the entertainment industry, especially for male artists. Stallone's story is not just about successful surgeries, but about self-control and understanding of one's image in an ever-changing industry. He proves that there is nothing wrong with wanting to look better, as long as it is done with honesty, awareness, and in accordance with one's true self. Dean Martin, the timeless Hollywood icon, exemplifies a discrete aesthetic trend where the artist does not change to become someone else, but to remain himself in a more complete and subtle way. Although he is famous for his natural charisma and effortless good looks, Martin's process of maintaining and perfecting his appearance shows that he is extremely sensitive to the visual demands of the entertainment industry. The most obvious change is probably the nose job that is said to have taken place in the early 1950s, when he was dominating the big and small stages and screens with Jerry Lewis. Martin's nose then became softer, more in proportion to the rest of his face, a change so subtle that almost no one can pinpoint exactly when it happened, only that from a certain point on he suddenly became noticeably more photogenic. Unlike many stars who choose to deny or hide their cosmetic procedures, Martin chose to stay, stylishly silent. He neither confirmed nor denied them, but he also did not lose his signature romantic image, which made him a symbol of nothing but a touch-up. That is also why colleagues like Sammy Davis Jr. joked that it was an open secret. Later, when he entered middle age, Martin was said to have had some light cosmetic procedures such as eye contouring or minimal facelifts, just enough to maintain his radiance, but not to lose the characteristic expression lines associated with his performance style. Dr. Paul Nassif once commented that Dean Martin was a role model ahead of his time when he chose a quiet but effective way of beautifying himself, not because he wanted to change himself, but to maintain what he already had. This is a profound message. Aesthetics do not necessarily have to create something new. Sometimes it is simply about preserving what once made you shine. Robert Mitchum, the immortal icon of film noir, always exuded an irresistible charm thanks to his melancholy eyes and calm, strong demeanor. But behind that seemingly natural appearance was an extremely skillful journey of image building, Without being noisy or ostentatious, Mitchum chose to adjust his appearance in a discreet, subtle, and strategic way, something rarely seen in Hollywood in the 1940s. When he first entered the film capital, Mitchum had an angular face and a slightly crooked nose, a detail that made some directors hesitate when considering giving him a leading role. Initially, he refused all suggestions for correction, but in 1947 he quietly performed a gentle procedure to slim the bridge of his nose. The result was a look that was upgraded just enough, retaining the characteristic rugged features but more suitable for the standards of the screen at that time. Unlike many male stars who choose to undergo a complete makeover to retain their glory, Mitchum has remained faithful to his own distinctive features. His droopy eyes, once considered lifeless, later became his cinematic trademark. In the 1950s, when some experts advised him to have an eyelid lift, Mitchum flatly refused, keeping that sad look as an inseparable part of his acting style. As his age began to show in the late 1960s, he continued to pursue the philosophy of just enough correction with subtle techniques to maintain his jawline, the element that created his masculinity. With no sign of excessive intervention, Mitchum proved that moderation can bring long-term results. Plastic surgeon Ronald Curran once called Mitchum's beauty style smart maintenance, not to obscure his identity, but on the contrary, to honor it over time. Even when choosing roles, he did not try to cling to the old image, but flexibly shifted to mature characters with more depth. It is this harmony between appearance, talent, and courage that helped Robert Mitchum become a timeless icon. Burt Reynolds, the epitome of masculinity in American cinema, not only won over audiences with his bright smile and muscular body, but also with his charm and fearless spirit. However, behind that halo was a journey full of struggles with his appearance, especially when age began to take its toll on his appearance. An accident while filming Deliverance in the 1970s required Reynolds to undergo jaw surgery, an event that was both medical and unintentionally changed his facial aesthetics. It was the beginning of a series of interventions that followed. When he turned 40, Reynolds faced hair loss, which prompted him to undergo one of the pioneering hair transplants in 1978, despite the pain and the resulting scars that were difficult to hide. In the following decade, he continued to undergo two facelifts, one in 1984, the other in 1988, in the hope of retaining his familiar image on the silver screen. What set Burt Reynolds apart was his openness. Rather than hiding it, he chose to confront the public with humor, even joking about his surgeries during an appearance on The Tonight Show in 1990. However, despite his sincerity, he could not avoid criticism when his appearance gradually changed significantly in the 1990s. In 2015, in his memoir, Reynolds candidly shared his personal reflections. He admitted that some of the interventions were unnecessary and stemmed from a sense of insecurity about the cruelty of time. Looking back, it is not just the story of a famous individual, but a true slice of the pressure on image in Hollywood, where age is often seen as a shadow that obscures the halo. According to cosmetic surgeon Anthony Yun, Reynolds' journey is a lesson worth pondering. Instead of fighting time at all costs, accepting change and nurturing confidence is the key to lasting appeal. Kirk Douglas, with his piercing gaze, resolute chin, and unmistakable demeanor, is not only an iconic figure of American cinema, immortalized in works such as Spartacus and Paths of Glory, but also a pioneer in rethinking the role of cosmetic surgery for men in the entertainment industry. In an environment where refreshing his appearance is often hidden, he chose to be straightforward. If it's part of the job, why hide it? Rather than wait until the traces of time were deeply ingrained, Douglas began to take a proactive approach to his appearance when he turned 60, with a minor intervention in 1975 to further define his jawline and neck. Not to erase the signs of age, but to retain the ruggedness and sharpness that have become his trademark image. What sets Kirk Douglas apart is his rare transparency. In a 1988 interview, he candidly shared, "Everyone does it. I just don't hide it. That attitude, brave, confident, and fearless, has created a unique voice in a world where many people still shy away from the truth about caring for their personal image. Over time, Douglas continued to choose small adjustments such as a slight eyebrow lift, treatment of the eye area, mainly to maintain his style in public appearances, especially when attending major events with his son Michael Douglas. Although those changes sometimes became more obvious over the years, his signature demeanor remained intact, tough, self-possessed, and attractive. Plastic surgeon Stephen Teitelbaum once commented that Kirk Douglas is like a map of Hollywood's aesthetic evolution, where each change is a careful, measured decision and appropriate for the public image. But above all, Douglas has opened a different path, encouraging male artists to see aesthetics not as something to be hidden, but as a legitimate part of the journey to maintain class and style. Burt Lancaster, a powerful icon with a muscular body and a powerful gaze, was not only a big Hollywood star, but also one of the quiet but clear pioneers in applying aesthetics as an essential part of his career. He not only used his natural charm to conquer the screen, but also actively edited small details to enhance his image, all done skillfully, delicately, and to a standard. As early as 1947, Lancaster began his journey to improve his appearance with an ear surgery, a detail that was considered to reduce the harmony of the face on the big screen. Although this was only a small change, it was his decisiveness and professionalism that opened a series of strategic choices related to his personal image. Not long after, he continued to adjust his smile with cosmetic dentistry, with meticulously designed porcelain veneers, contributing to the bright characteristics of the image of the hero of the cinema. A former professional acrobat, Lancaster has always viewed the body as a performance tool, one that needs to be cared for and enhanced just as much as physical training. In the 1960s, he continued with more subtle interventions such as endoscopic brow lifts to correct wrinkles and signs of fatigue, helping to maintain a determined and vibrant look. As he entered his 60s, he did not hesitate to experiment with new cosmetic procedures such as thread lifts, a modern option that offered a quicker recovery while still ensuring results. What makes Lancaster special is not just the act of beautifying, but the way he does it, strategically, aesthetically, and without letting these interventions overshadow his own identity. In a 1980 interview, he briefly but meaningfully shared, "This business is about illusion." For Lancaster, it's not about pretense, but about a deep understanding of the nature of the profession, where appearance is an integral part of creating timeless characters. Dr. Alan Matarazzo once commented that Lancaster represents the trend of responsible beauty, not following trends, not overdoing it, just focusing on harmony and practicality in work. Through that, Burt Lancaster has become a role model for a generation of male actors who dare to see taking care of their appearance as a reasonable and legitimate part of the journey to maintain their form and artistic ability. Clark Gable, the king of Hollywood, not only won over audiences with his elegant demeanor and handsome appearance, but was also one of the first examples of the importance of taking care of his appearance in the journey of building a male star image. Behind his charming demeanor and masculine gaze was a carefully invested and strategic process of perfecting his appearance. When he first arrived in Hollywood in the late 1920s, Gable did not possess the perfect appearance he later had. His protruding ears and poor dental condition prevented him from meeting the beauty standards of the cinema at that time. However, MGM, the film company that saw his outstanding potential, proactively supported Gable to turn him into a true icon. In 1932, he underwent an ear plastic surgery procedure, making his face more balanced and elegant, a decision that was considered bold at the time. However, the most profound change was his teeth. Due to a childhood trauma and severe dental problems, Gable had almost no natural teeth. With the investment of MGM, he was fitted with high-quality dentures, giving him not only a charming smile but also a completely new demeanor. From there, the image of Clark Gable with a confident smile, sharp eyes, and gentlemanly demeanor became a new standard for men on the big screen. What is special is that Gable did not consider changing his appearance to be something worth hiding. In an industry where appearance is considered a vital factor, he chose to accept and improve himself to suit the role of a movie icon. This view, while quiet, was revolutionary because it laid the foundation for the trend of modern actors no longer taking care of their appearance lightly. According to plastic surgeon Anthony Griffin, Clark Gable revolutionized the way Hollywood defined beauty, not just natural looks, but the result of deliberate investment. Gable was a role model for those who understood that appearance was not just a matter of innate luck, but something that could be consciously built to serve art and career. Cary Grant, the symbol of elegance, calmness, and style, not only stands out thanks to his acting talent, but also thanks to his meticulous, delicate, and skillful care of his appearance. Few people know that to become the perfect gentleman on screen, Grant went through a journey of self-improvement from the smallest things, starting from his smile to his gaze. When he was Archibald Leach, a British man with the desire to change his life, he did not have the appearance that people remembered later. In 1932, the first turning point came when Grant had orthodontics and teeth whitening. Those interventions, though small, were the decisive highlight in building a charming smile, a personal brand, that was always present in all his roles. It was an indispensable part of the image strategy that Paramount pursued. The star not only needed to act well, but also had to look as if he was born to be famous. Not stopping there, even after turning 50 in the late 1950s, a time when many actors of the era were gradually withdrawing from romantic leads, Grant still maintained his attractive appearance. Some industry sources believe that he had an eyelid lift around 1957 to keep his eyes alert and his face from being weighed down by signs of aging. These changes were done so discreetly that only those who worked closely with Grant noticed. Even director Alfred Hitchcock, who collaborated with Grant many times, once hinted at his secret to staying young. Cary Grant never publicly confirmed any cosmetic interventions, but that is what made him an icon of the improvement without revealing style. His image was always carefully maintained, not fussy or excessive, helping him maintain his form over the decades. Katharine Hepburn once commented, "Cary takes care of himself like he takes care of a Bentley," a perfect metaphor for the standard and sensitivity in protecting the public image. Dr. Jessica Wu commented, "Grant is a classic example of successful cosmetic surgery when no one realizes what you have done. The key lies in moderation, choosing the right time and respecting the inherent natural lines. This is what helps him not only maintain his appearance but also maintain his characteristic demeanor, what makes Cary Grant a timeless icon in the history of cinema." Al Pacino, a cinema icon with a sharp gaze and an unmistakable demeanor, has become a living example of maintaining an image over the decades while remaining faithful to his personal identity. Starting to shine in the 1970s with The Godfather or Dog Day Afternoon, he conquered audiences not only with his powerful acting but also with his captivating artistic demeanor. Although the years have left their mark on his face, Pacino has never let his appearance lag behind. The changes began in the late 1980s when signs of aging gradually appeared in Scarface or Sea of Love. However, instead of struggling with it, he chose a more subtle approach, making slight adjustments while maintaining his demeanor. One of the most noticeable changes is the change in his hairline, thicker and more even in Scent of a Woman, 1992, possibly due to early hair transplant techniques, which helped him look younger while still maintaining his signature look. As he entered his 60s, Al Pacino continued to make subtle adjustments around his jaw and neck areas that often show signs of aging. However, instead of changing his appearance, he chose to maintain his facial language, a very important element in his expressive acting style. Maurice Stein, Pacino's longtime makeup artist, once shared that his goal was not to stay young forever, but to maintain the personality and depth of his face. With The Irishman, 2019, although cinematography played a big role in rejuvenating the character, the previous changes, from hair, eyelids to the overall face, clearly showed Pacino's serious and focused investment. He did not undergo surgery to freeze time, but to preserve the expressive power that has made his acting trademark for more than half a century. Critic Peter Travers said it right. Pacino is still himself, not chasing after idealized models, nor letting age overwhelm him. Al Pacino became a role model for a generation of veteran actors, those who understand that appearance is not only aesthetic, but also a means of artistic expression. John Travolta is a living testament to the flexible transformation of his appearance, reflecting not only the strict demands of the entertainment industry, but also the initiative in shaping his personal image through each stage of his career. From the charismatic young image in Saturday Night Fever, 1977, to the rugged character in Pulp Fiction, 1994, Travolta constantly adjusted his appearance to suit each role and aesthetic trend. As early as the 1980s, Travolta was well aware of the impact of his appearance, especially baldness on his masculine image and on-screen appeal. According to hairstylist David Fry, he pioneered the application of early hair transplant techniques to improve the hairline, demonstrating a brave and progressive approach to aesthetics, especially at a time when men were still hesitant about such interventions. His return in Pulp Fiction was not only a turning point in his career, but also in his appearance. Travolta did not hide the change, but used it to create a more mature, edgy, and realistic style, which contributed to his convincing role as Vincent Vega. It was the first time the public saw a Travolta who did not need to be forever young, but was still extremely attractive in his own way. Since the early 2000s, Travolta's appearance continued to change in a more youthful direction. Films like Swordfish and Hairspray showed a carefully crafted face, jawline lifts, wrinkle filling, and especially increasingly perfect hair. By the 2010s, he was flexible between looks, sometimes appearing with real hair, other times using high-end wigs or cosmetic techniques such as scalp tattooing to create the illusion of thick hair. This was the period when he applied a subtle combination of invasive and non-invasive solutions. Travolta's uniqueness also lies in his openness. When contrasting images of him wearing a wig and his bald head appeared widely online around 2015, he did not shy away but instead shared his daily moments on social media, a rare choice for stars of his generation. This helped him receive great support from the public and inspired many other male artists to accept, control, and redefine their appearance. According to expert Karen Grant, Travolta does not try to hold on to his youth at all costs. He beautifies himself strategically to serve his career and still maintain his own personality. That journey from his first cosmetic efforts to his current confident bald look is a symbol of a modern and intelligent approach to appearance in the showbiz world. Tom Cruise is one of the rare Hollywood icons who can surprise audiences with his youthful appearance that has lasted for more than 4 decades. From the pilot in Top Gun to the ageless spy Ethan Hunt in The Mission Impossible series, Cruise always appears with a vibrant appearance, making many people curious about his secret to maintaining his form. When he first entered the cinema, Cruise had a simple smile and a unique nose. However, from around 1986, the time Top Gun premiered, his smile began to become brighter, more even and brighter. Experts believe that this could be the result of subtle dental improvements, helping to shape one of the most memorable smiles in Hollywood. Also, from the 1990s onwards, Cruise appeared with an increasingly harmonious and sharp face. The nose is said to have changed slightly, contributing to increasing the attractiveness without losing its inherent characteristics. This transformation is often commented on as very balanced, maintaining the masculine and strong look that has made his brand. Most notably is the ability to maintain smooth skin and flexible facial expressions as he enters his 40s and 50s. Many beauty experts believe that Cruz may have applied intensive skincare methods such as light therapy, biological fillers, or advanced skin restoration procedures. These solutions, if used properly, can help retain youthful features without revealing obvious traces of intervention. However, Cruz himself has always denied any suspicion of physical intervention. He believes that genetic factors combined with a strict training regimen, a scientific lifestyle, and a disciplined spirit have helped him maintain a stable performance. And whatever the story behind his appearance, it is undeniable that Tom Cruise has built and maintained the image of a top action star with great courage. Without the need for show or assertion, Cruise lets his appearance and demeanor speak for themselves. He is an example of a modern type of star, one who not only lives in the spotlight, but also knows how to control and develop his image over time in a subtle and convincing way. Ultimately, the star's physical transformations are not just a reflection of their outward appearance, but also a courageous journey to accept, love, and reinvent themselves. Thank you for joining us. If you find the video meaningful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to spread the positive message of inner beauty. Welcome to our channel, a place to honor the inspirational stories and the transformation journeys of famous stars. In today's video, we will step into the world of famous people who have bravely overcome adversity, overcome self-doubt to become the most radiant and confident version of themselves. Having experienced many challenges and pressures, they have not only changed their appearance, but also mastered their lives, opening up turning points that millions of people admire. But have you ever wondered, behind that radiant appearance are the untold stories? The moments of struggle, the bold decisions, and the silent sacrifices? Let's explore with us those emotional and extraordinary journeys. The secrets revealed for the first time will make you reconsider the power of change and believe in yourself. Laura Jane Grace, a talented American singer and songwriter, is the founder and lead singer of the famous punk rock band Against Me. Born in 1980 in Florida, Laura was assigned male at birth. However, from a very young age, she deeply felt that she was a woman. After many years of silently struggling with her gender identity in 2012, Laura decided to step out and publicly announce her transgender journey in a groundbreaking interview with Rolling Stone magazine. This was not only an important turning point in her journey to being true to herself, but also opened up a meaningful dialogue about the transgender community, especially in the punk culture that is often straightforward and edgy. Laura Jane Grace's music quickly became a powerful voice, reflecting her deep inner struggles and desire to be herself. Her 2014 album, Transgender Dysphoria Blues, was a milestone, with songs that were deeply emotional, recounting pain, alienation, and the journey to find true identity. These are melodies that are not only meant to be listened to, but also understood. Not only does Laura stop at music, she is also a tireless social activist, using her voice and influence to speak up for the rights of transgender people. She constantly promotes positive change and public awareness, becoming a great source of inspiration for those who are looking for the courage to live their true self. Laura Jane Grace's story is a clear demonstration that courage and self-acceptance can be a great force, not only changing a person's life, but also contributing to the change of an entire community. Alexandra Billings, a talented transgender actress and proud symbol of the LGBTQ+ community, is one of the pioneers who made a strong impression on the screen and in the hearts of the public. Born in 1962 in Chicago with the birth name Alex, Alexandra felt a profound difference in gender from her childhood. However, it was not until 1997, at the age of 34, that she bravely embarked on the journey of living her true self and officially transitioning, a turning point in her life and in the history of transgender representation on television. Alexandra Billings' name became prominent with her role in the hit series Transparent, where she transformed into a transgender character full of depth and emotion. Her delicate and authentic performances have not only received critical acclaim, but have also contributed greatly to changing social perceptions of the LGBTQ+ community, especially the journey, pain, and resilience of transgender people. Alexandra is not only an artist, but also a passionate social activist. She has constantly spoken out for the rights and equality of the transgender community and courageously shared her personal story to inspire and empower those who are struggling to live their true selves. Alexandra Billings' journey is a living testament to the power of courage and the desire to be yourself. Her story not only celebrates individual identity, but is also a humane reminder of the need for equality, tolerance, and acceptance in today's society. Alexandra Billings continues to be a beacon of hope for those who are searching for truth and freedom within themselves. Andrej Pejic, a famous transgender model, was born on the 28th of August 1991 in Banja Luka, Bosnia and Herzegovina. From a very young age, Andrej entered the fashion world and quickly created a wave of global attention thanks to his unique ability to show both menswear and womenswear, a rarity in the fashion industry at that time. After moving with his family to Australia, Andrej's career continued to flourish with major contracts and performances on famous catwalks around the world. In 2014, Andrej officially came out as transgender, a courageous decision that not only reshaped his personal path, but also contributed to creating a major turning point in the global fashion industry. With his courage and desire to be his true self, Andrej has become an icon for the LGBTQ+ community, sending a powerful message of equality, understanding, and the right to be yourself in an industry that is often associated with strict standards. Andrej's journey is not simply a story of gender transition, but also an epic of courage, self-acceptance, and the will to overcome all social barriers. He has inspired millions of people around the world, affirming that true beauty is not about stereotypes, but about confidence, individuality, and the courage to be yourself. Today, Andrej Pejic is not only a successful model, but also a pioneer of resilience, hope, and freedom, a living symbol for those who are eager to be accepted and live their true selves. Alexis Arquette, American actress and transgender activist, is one of the most inspiring icons of the LGBTQ+ community and the art world. Born on July 28, 1969 in Los Angeles, California, Alexis is part of the famous Arquette family, which includes prominent names such as Patricia, David, Rosanna, and Richmond Arquette. From the late 1980s to the 1990s, she made her mark with memorable roles in The Wedding Singer, Pulp Fiction, and But I'm a Cheerleader. In the early 2000s, Alexis courageously came out about her gender identity, and in 2007, she completed gender reassignment surgery. Her determination and courage have made her a leading voice in defending the rights of transgender people, using her celebrity as a tool to raise awareness about the difficulties this community is facing. Not only did Alexis shine on screen with roles in TV series such as Friends and reality show The Surreal Life, but she also stood out for her indomitable spirit and rich artistic talent. In addition to her acting career, she was also a passionate social activist, constantly fighting for equality and acceptance, becoming a living symbol of courage and authenticity. Alexis Arquette passed away on September 11, 2016, at the age of 47. But her legacy continues to spread strongly. She was not only a pioneer in the field of transgender people, but also a guiding light for those seeking self-affirmation. Alexis's life and career are a moving reminder that being true to yourself is the most courageous act, and the one that can change the world. Gia Gunn, transgender performer, model, and activist, is a shining icon of the LGBTQ+ community, known for her unique personality and significant contributions to promoting social change. Born on December 10, 1988, Gia began her journey of exploring and affirming her gender identity at a very young age. After a long journey of facing personal challenges, she has courageously lived her true self. Gia Gunn became globally famous after participating in the show RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6, where she made her mark with her bold performance style, outstanding confidence, and relentless spirit. She not only won the hearts of the audience with her artistic talent, but also inspired them with her courageous journey of living her true life. Besides the spotlight, Gia is also a strong voice in the fight for transgender rights. She uses her influence to raise awareness, promote acceptance, empathy, and equality for the LGBTQ+ community. Her candid and honest sharing has helped open up necessary conversations, break down stereotypes, and create safe spaces for gender diversity. Gia Gunn's journey is a living testament to the power of self-acceptance and the courage to be true to yourself. She is not only a symbol of resilience, but also an inspiration to thousands of people seeking freedom and voice in their own lives. With each step forward in her career and social activism, Gia continues to spread the message that being authentic is the most beautiful thing and the action that can change the world. Gigi Gorgeous model, activist, and YouTube star has become an indispensable icon of the LGBTQ+ community thanks to her inspiring transgender journey and admirable spirit of living. Born on April 20th, 1992 in Canada with the birth name Gregory Alan Lazzarato, Gigi began to attract attention since 2013 through her beauty and lifestyle videos on YouTube. However, what truly makes Gigi a great inspiration is that she publicly announced her transgender journey, a journey that is not only personal, but also social and humane. She openly shares the difficulties, emotional moments, as well as the happiness of living her true gender identity. Gigi's every step has touched the hearts of millions of people around the world, bringing deep understanding and empathy. Her journey is not just about her physical transformation, but also about her courageous journey of self-discovery and determination to live her true self. From her everyday videos to her deep personal feelings, Gigi has opened the door for the public to better understand the transgender experience, not just with her mind, but with her heart. Along with her YouTube career, Gigi Gorgeous is also an active activist, always trying to use her influence to raise public awareness, fight for transgender rights, and promote acceptance in society. She is constantly involved in community projects, spreading the message of respect, love, and equality. Gigi's life and career are a strong testament to the power of courage and self-acceptance. Not only does she inspire millions of people searching for their own voice and identity, she also affirms that loving yourself and being true to yourself is the first step to changing the world. Mina Caputo, the talented singer, songwriter, and lead vocalist of the legendary metal band Life of Agony, is a living symbol of courage and self-acceptance. Born on December 4th, 1973 in New York, Mina was formerly known as Keith Caputo. In 2011, she officially came out as transgender, marking an important turning point not only in her personal journey, but also in her musical career. Since childhood, Mina has felt different in her gender identity and faced an internal struggle that lasted for many years. The courage to live true to herself opened the door to the freedom she always craved, a freedom not only in her personal life but also in every melody and lyric she composed and performed. Mina Caputo's journey is not simply a personal story, but also a powerful symbol of resilience and the right to live authentically. Despite facing social stigma and challenges in an industry that lacks understanding, Mina continues to thrive. She continues to write, perform, and deliver powerful messages of acceptance, equality, and freedom in every track. Not only is Mina a powerful artist, she is also an inspiring voice in the transgender community. Her story is a testament to the power of honesty and courage in facing yourself. Mina Caputo has become a powerful source of motivation for millions, proving that music, when it comes from the heart, can move and change the world. Jordan Raskopoulos, Australian singer, actor, and comedian, is a shining face in the LGBTQ+ community thanks to his diverse career and tireless contributions to transgender rights and acceptance. Born on February 23, 1985, Jordan began his artistic journey with the famous comedy group Axis of Awesome, where he blended his musical talent with his unique sense of humor to create creative performances and refreshing laughter. In 2016, Jordan publicly came out as transgender, an important turning point that marked the freedom in his life and career. This courageous decision not only opened doors for Jordan himself, but also contributed to promoting deep conversations about the rights and understanding of the transgender community in the entertainment industry. Jordan's courage has strongly inspired many people, helping them find the strength and confidence to live true to their own identities. In addition to his artistic career, Jordan is also an activist, using his platform to share his personal story and raise awareness about the struggles of the transgender community. He is not only a talented artist, but also a symbol of resilience, authenticity, and the power of an individual voice to create positive change in society. Jordan Raskopoulos's journey is a living testament to the power of being true to yourself. A journey that contributes to building a world where diversity is respected and fully accepted. Gina Rosero, Filipino transgender model, actress, and activist, is an inspirational figure in the LGBTQ+ community. Born on October 23, 1986 in Manila, Gina began her modeling career at a young age and later moved to the United States to pursue her dreams. However, she really made a strong impression in 2014 when she publicly came out as transgender in an emotional TED Talk. In it, Gina spoke candidly about her arduous journey and challenges in the modeling industry, while emphasizing the importance of being true to yourself in the LGBTQ+ community. Not only is she a familiar face in famous magazines and major advertising campaigns, Gina has also played an important role in raising awareness of transgender rights in the fashion industry, a field that is still full of barriers for this community. She has made positive changes, helping transgender people gain a clearer voice and image in an industry that has not always been easy for them. In addition to her modeling career, Gina Rosero is also a passionate activist, always inspiring people to live authentically and confidently with their gender identity. She is not only a successful role model in the fashion industry, but also a great source of motivation for those who are on the journey of self-acceptance, yearning to be true to themselves and contributing to changing society in a more positive direction. Josie J, a prominent artist and model in the LGBTQ+ community, has become an inspirational role model with profound contributions to the fashion and entertainment industry. Born with the real name Joseph J, she boldly lived her true gender identity, and Josie's transgender journey marked an important turning point in her life. Since childhood, Josie has recognized the difference between the gender she felt and the gender assigned by society. After completing the transition process, she not only changed her appearance, but also discovered and developed many new aspects of herself. Along with that, Josie built her own unique style and convincingly asserted her talent in the entertainment industry. With an impressive appearance and radiant confidence, Josie quickly attracted the attention of the media and the public. Not only is she a successful model, she is also an active activist, always using her platform to raise awareness for transgender rights and the LGBTQ+ community. Josie participates in many campaigns and events to promote acceptance, equality, and social inclusion. More than just a fashion icon, Josie J is also a strong inspiration for those who are looking for freedom and self-acceptance. Her journey sends a profound message of confidence and encourages people to be true to themselves, contributing to creating positive changes in the community and society. Angela Ponce, a Spanish model and LGBTQ+ icon, made history as the first transgender woman to win the Miss Universe Spain crown in 2018 and represented her country in the Miss Universe pageant that same year. Born on January 18, 1991, Angela began her transgender journey at a very young age when she realized the profound difference between her biological sex and her true identity. With perseverance and strength to overcome all challenges, she bravely faced personal and social difficulties to be true to herself. Angela's participation in the Miss Universe pageant was not only an important turning point in her career, but also a meaningful milestone for the transgender community around the world. She broke many barriers and prejudices, affirming that everyone deserves to be loved and respected, regardless of their gender. Angela's confident, powerful, and captivating presence on stage has helped raise awareness for transgender rights and acceptance, and has made significant strides in the beauty industry. In addition to her modeling career, Angela Ponce is a passionate activist who uses her voice and influence to promote equality and respect for the LGBTQ+ community. Her journey is not just about her physical beauty, but also a living testament to the power of courage and self-acceptance. Angela has inspired millions, affirming that by being true to ourselves, we can create positive and meaningful change in the world. Candace Cain, born January 21, 1971, is an inspirational icon in the LGBTQ+ community and the American entertainment industry. She is not only known for her outstanding acting talent, but also for being a pioneer in breaking social barriers. With her role in Dirty Sexy Money, Candace became the first transgender actress to take on a leading role in a hit television series, opening up vast opportunities for other transgender artists. Her powerful presence on screen has contributed to changing society's perception of transgender people while promoting respect and acceptance. In addition to her acting career, Candace Cain is also a tireless fighter in the fight for transgender rights and gender equality. She actively participates in campaigns, becoming a strong voice for acceptance and freedom, and sparking important conversations in society. Candace's journey is not only a story of career success, but also a testament to the courage, perseverance, and determination to be true to oneself, contributing to breaking down stereotypes and paving the way for positive change. Candace Cain is a role model for the power of self-confidence, self-love, and the ability to master life. Her story conveys a powerful message, affirming that when we dare to be true to ourselves, not only can our lives be transformed, but the world can also enter a new era, where acceptance and hope always exist. Unwen Mustin is a British activist and politician, best known for being the first transgender woman elected to Wolverhampton City Council. Her journey is not only deeply personal, but also a symbol of resilience in the fight for LGBTQ+ rights. Before her transition, Unwen served in the British Army, where she experienced a different sense of her gender identity. After completing her transition, she was determined to use her voice and position to represent the transgender community, promoting acceptance and equality in society. In 2015, Unwen Mustin made history by becoming the first transgender woman elected to Wolverhampton City Council. This is not only a major turning point in her political career, but also a great victory for the LGBTQ+ community, affirming that everyone deserves respect and representation, regardless of their gender. Unwen is actively involved in organizations supporting transgender people and constantly fights for the rights and equality of the LGBTQ+ community. Unwen Mustin's journey is a testament to the power of courage and perseverance in being true to oneself, overcoming all prejudices and difficulties. Her story inspires millions of people, affirming that self-acceptance and constant efforts to protect personal identity can contribute to creating positive and profound changes for society and the community. Isis King is a famous American model, actress, and activist known as the first transgender woman to compete in America's Next Top Model in 2008. Born in 1985, she began her transgender journey in the early 2000s with the desire to live her true self and overcome all social prejudices about gender. Isis's appearance on this stage not only helped her become an icon in the fashion industry, but also opened up important conversations about the rights and acceptance of transgender people in this industry. In addition to her role as a model, Isis King is also an active activist, constantly raising awareness and supporting the LGBTQ+ community. She has broken many barriers in the fashion industry, becoming a symbol of the fight for equality and social acceptance, especially for transgender people. In addition, Isis has also appeared in many TV shows and films, contributing to diversifying the image and representation of the transgender community in the entertainment industry. Isis King's transgender journey is not only an inspiring personal story, but also a strong source of motivation for the LGBTQ+ community around the world. She is a living testament to the power of courage and determination to live true to oneself, while contributing to promoting positive change in the way society views and accepts gender diversity. Monroe Bergdorf is a British activist, model, and speaker who is known as one of the first transgender models to gain mainstream attention in the fashion industry. Born on September 11, 1987 in London, Monroe began her transition journey with a strong determination, wanting to live her true gender identity and become an important voice for the LGBTQ+ community. She quickly established herself in the fashion industry through her catwalk appearances and advertising campaigns, contributing to promoting diversity and representation for the transgender community in the industry. Monroe is known not only for her talent, but also for her resilience in the face of challenges. In 2017, she was fired from a major brand advertising campaign because of her strong views on race and gender. The event highlighted discrimination in the fashion industry and established Monroe as a pioneer in the fight for transgender equality and acceptance. She used her platform to raise awareness about issues related to race, gender, and the rights of the transgender community. In addition to her modeling career, Monroe Bergdorf is also actively involved in social activities, especially in promoting awareness of discrimination and promoting diversity in the community. She is not only a fashion icon, but also a strong inspiration for those who are searching for their identity and fighting for self-acceptance. India Moore, an American actress and model, made a lasting impression with her role as Angel Evangelista in the hit series Pose. Born in 1995 in the Bronx, New York, India has been transgender and non-binary since childhood. Despite facing many challenges and prejudices in her journey to being her true self, she has shown resilience and courage to overcome all difficulties. India began her modeling career at the age of 15, but widespread recognition only came when she joined the cast of Pose, a series that not only celebrated the LGBTQ+ community, but also addressed issues of race and discrimination. Her role as Angel Evangelista helped India affirm her acting talent and become a strong role model for the transgender community in the entertainment industry. Not only is India a symbol of diversity and authenticity in the arts, she has also opened important conversations about the rights of transgender people, especially transgender people of color. She uses her platform to raise awareness, fight for justice and equality, and is an active social activist in the LGBTQ+ community. India Moore's journey is a living testament to the power of courage, perseverance, and self-respect in living your true self. She is not only a star on the screen, but also a great inspiration to millions of people around the world, affirming that every individual deserves to live true to their identity and aspirations, despite all the challenges from society. India continues to spread inspiration and contribute positively to the fight for equality and social justice. MJ Rodriguez, whose real name is Maya Antonia High Rodriguez, is an American actress and singer best known for her role as Blanca Rodriguez Evangelista in the series Pose. Born on January 7, 1991, in Newark, New Jersey, MJ is a transgender woman, and her transition journey has become a powerful inspiration for the LGBTQ+ community around the world. She began her acting career at a young age, but really gained attention when she came out as transgender and took on the lead role in Pose, a film that deeply explored the dance culture of the Black and LGBTQ+ communities in New York in the 1980s. The role of Blanca, a loving and resilient mother, catapulted MJ to new heights in her career and helped her become the first transgender woman to be nominated for an Emmy for a leading role. MJ is not only an icon on screen, but also a passionate activist, always using her voice and position to fight for the rights of the transgender community and promote diversity in the entertainment industry. She strives to expand opportunities for the LGBTQ+ community to freely express themselves and be recognized by society. MJ Rodriguez's journey is a living testament to the power of perseverance, courage, and self-acceptance. Overcoming many challenges and prejudices, she became a symbol of freedom, determined to pursue her dreams and be true to herself. MJ is not only a shining star on screen, but also a great inspiration to millions of people, affirming that every individual deserves to live true to their identity and protect the values they believe in. Bülent Ersoy, born on June 9, 1952, is known as the Queen of Turkish music, an indispensable symbol of the country's music industry. With her soulful voice and captivating performance style, she has left a deep impression on the public and become one of the most prominent names. Not only possessing outstanding musical talent, Bülent Ersoy is also a strong symbol of the LGBTQ+ community in Turkey. After her gender reassignment surgery in 1980, she has overcome countless challenges to become a model of confidence, expressing her own personality through her unique fashion style and resilient attitude both on stage and in everyday life. In addition to her artistic contributions, Bülent is also a pioneer in fighting for the rights of transgender people, promoting acceptance and respect for diversity in society. Her career journey is not only a story of art, but also a journey of freedom of self-expression and the right to live as one's true self. She has opened up many important dialogues about gender identity and the rights of the transgender community, contributing to changing social perceptions about diversity and equality. Bülent Ersoy is a living testament to the power of courage and self-love, affirming that self-acceptance can create positive changes for society. She continues to be a great inspiration to millions of people, especially in the LGBTQ+ community, motivating people to overcome prejudice and live as their true self. Fallon Fox is not only a talented MMA fighter, but also a symbol of inner strength, courage, and the will to overcome adversity. Born in 1975, she grew up as a male, but from a young age, Fallon realized the difference between her biological body and who she truly was inside. After years of struggling with emotions and social prejudice, she bravely embarked on her gender transition journey in 2006 and completed her surgery in 2008, a milestone that completely changed her life. In 2012, Fallon Fox made history as the first transgender fighter to compete professionally in MMA. Her presence has attracted attention not only because of her impressive fighting skills, but also because she has sparked a wide-ranging debate about fairness in sports, where the physical differences between transgender and cisgender athletes have become a hot topic of discussion. For Fallon, each match is not only a physical competition, but also an uncompromising fight against prejudice and discrimination. Outside the ring, Fallon Fox is also a passionate social activist, always using her voice and personal experiences to fight for the rights and recognition of the transgender community. Her story is a powerful source of motivation for millions, proving that the courage to be true to yourself can open the door to freedom and create positive changes in society's perception. Every step Fallon takes in the ring is not only aimed at glory, but also a journey to affirm that when you are true to yourself, you not only become stronger, but can also light a flame of hope for a generation searching for themselves. Janet Mock, born March 10, 1983, is a famous American writer, producer, and activist, considered one of the pioneers in the transgender movement and the LGBTQ+ community. Her journey was not easy when she had to face many challenges, prejudices, and discrimination about her gender identity since childhood. However, with a strong will and determination, Janet completed the transition process and lived her true self, overcoming all difficulties to assert herself. Not only is she a brave person who lives her true identity, Janet also becomes a strong voice representing the transgender community, constantly fighting to protect their rights. Her famous autobiography, Redefining Realness, honestly shared the challenging experiences in her journey to find her identity, while opening up deep understanding for those who are facing similar stories. This work has become a valuable document, a testament to the power of being authentic and accepting yourself. In addition to her writing career, Janet Mock has also made a deep mark in the entertainment industry as a producer of the TV series Pose, a groundbreaking work about ballroom culture and the lives of the transgender community. Janet is not only a talented writer, but also a symbol of perseverance and courage, proving that everyone can find the strength to change their lives and contribute to building a fairer, better world for the LGBTQ+ community. Teddy Geiger, born in 1992, is a prominent transgender musician, music producer, and model known for her outstanding contributions to the music industry. With a passion for music since she was a child, Teddy quickly made her mark through many genres, from pop to hip-hop. She is not only a talented artist, but also a strong inspiration for the LGBTQ+ community. Teddy's transgender journey not only marks an important turning point in her life, but is also a story of courage and perseverance in overcoming all challenges to live true to her gender identity. Through music and community activities, she has contributed to raising awareness of equality and acceptance in society, encouraging people to confidently express their identity and live fully as themselves. In addition to her music career, Teddy Geiger is also an active social activist, fighting for transgender rights and promoting diversity in the arts and beyond. Combining her artistic talent with her resilient spirit, she has become a symbol of inner strength, confidence, and self-acceptance, inspiring millions of people around the world. Jenna Talikova, born October 15, 1988, is a Canadian model and activist who is known for her inspiring journey in the LGBTQ+ community. She made a big splash when she became one of the first transgender people to compete in the Miss Universe Canada pageant in 2012, marking an important step in promoting recognition and equality for transgender people. Since she was a child, Jenna has embarked on a challenging transgender journey to find and affirm her true identity. Coming out as transgender has not only made her a strong symbol for the LGBTQ+ community, but also contributed to raising social awareness about the rights and acceptance of transgender people. In addition to her modeling career, Jenna Talikova is also a passionate activist, actively participating in campaigns to promote gender equality and respect for diversity in society. She has always used her voice to protect the rights of the transgender community and inspire those who are on the path to freedom and being true to themselves. Jenna's story is not only a testament to personal success, but also a symbol of strength, courage, and confidence. She encourages everyone to have the courage to be true to themselves, overcoming all the barriers and prejudices that society may put forth. Trace Lysette, born May 6, 1987, is a prominent actress and activist in the LGBTQ+ community, widely known for her role in the TV series Transparent. Her journey is not only a story of a recognized artistic career, but also an inspiring struggle to accept and live true to herself. Trace started with small roles, but the important turning point came when she participated in Transparent, a powerful role, contributing to highlighting the story of the transgender community in modern society. Not only successful on screen, Trace Lysette is also a dedicated activist, always speaking out for the rights and equality of the transgender community. She constantly strives to fight against discrimination and calls for respect and equality for all. Trace's journey is not only a testament to her success in the profession, but also a symbol of strength, resilience, and courage. She becomes an inspiration and motivation for those on the path to self-acceptance and emphasizes that being true to yourself is the most important thing in life. Carmen Carrera, born April 13, 1985, is a model, actress, and activist in the LGBTQ+ community, considered a pioneering icon of transgender people in the fashion industry. She made a strong impression on the public when she appeared on the reality TV show RuPaul's Drag Race, where her beauty and outstanding talent helped her shine. The success after the show not only helped Carmen affirm her position in the modeling industry, but also became a great inspiration for the LGBTQ+ community, especially transgender people. In addition to her modeling career, Carmen has also expanded her influence into the acting and media fields, participating in many meaningful projects. She is a strong voice in protecting the rights of transgender people, actively participating in campaigns to raise awareness and call for respect and equality for the LGBTQ+ community. Carmen Carrera's journey is not only a personal success story, but also a living testament to the power of courage and confidence. She inspires millions of people around the world, affirming that being true to one's identity is not only a right, but can create positive change, contributing to greater acceptance and understanding in society. Caitlyn Jenner, born October 28, 1949, is a global icon and media personality. Before coming out as transgender, she was known as Bruce Jenner, an Olympic champion in the 1,500 m at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. Caitlyn's life took a significant turn in 2015, when she publicly announced her transition in a historic interview and launched her reality TV show, I Am Kate. The event broadened the conversation about transgender rights and highlighted issues of acceptance and equality in society. In addition to being an LGBTQ+ icon, Caitlyn is also a writer and activist. Her autobiography, The Secrets of My Life, chronicles her profound and difficult experiences in her journey to find her personal identity. Caitlyn's personal story has inspired many in the LGBTQ+ community and those on their journey to self-acceptance, encouraging them to be their authentic selves. With courage and determination, Caitlyn has become a living example of inner strength and resilience. Caitlyn Jenner's journey has been instrumental in raising awareness for transgender rights while promoting acceptance and equality in society. She continues to inspire millions of people to understand that being true to themselves is a meaningful and worthwhile journey. Tommy Dorfman, born May 13, 1992, is an American actor and producer, best known for her role as Ryan Shaver in the series 13 Reasons Why. She has not only left a deep mark in the entertainment industry, but also become a symbol of self-acceptance and courage. In 2021, Tommy officially came out as transgender and used female pronouns, marking an important turning point in his journey of discovering and living his true self. This decision received widespread support from the LGBTQ+ community, inspiring many people to dare to face themselves and confidently express their own identity. In addition to her acting career, Tommy Dorfman is also actively involved in activities to protect the rights of transgender people. She uses her voice and influence to raise awareness of the challenges facing the LGBTQ+ community, especially in promoting equality and freedom in society. Her message of self-acceptance has resonated powerfully, inspiring millions to fight for a more just and tolerant world. Tommy's journey is not just a story of career or fame, but also a living testament to the power of courage. Her story is a source of motivation and hope for many, reminding us that self-acceptance and being true to ourselves is the key to finding happiness and freedom. Trevi Moran, born September 30th, 1998, is a singer, vlogger, and social media star, known for her YouTube channel and captivating songs. Starting her career at a very young age, Trevi quickly made her mark with her energetic music videos and unique creativity. She made a strong impression on the reality TV show The X Factor in 2012, thanks to her outstanding musical talent and captivating performance style. After the show, Trevi continued to develop her music career with many beloved products such as Echo and Something Beautiful. Not only is she a talented artist, she also became an important icon of the LGBTQ+ community when she publicly came out as transgender in 2020. This decision not only helped Trevi live her true self, but also strongly inspired many young people in the community, encouraging them to be more confident and move towards self-acceptance. Trevi Moran is not only a talented artist, but also a model of courage and confidence. Her journey is a testament to the power of perseverance, honesty, and determination to be true to herself, inspiring those on the journey of self-discovery and acceptance. Conchita Wurst, whose real name is Thomas Neuwirth, is an Austrian artist and activist who rose to global fame after her resounding victory at the Eurovision Song Contest 2014 with the song Rise Like a Phoenix. Born on November 6, 1988, Conchita has made a strong impression with her unique musical style and distinctive iconic image. The combination of a bushy beard and feminine clothing not only creates a unique mark, but also shows a bold fusion of gender and personality. Conchita's journey began in her childhood when she realized the profound difference between her biological sex and her true gender identity. Determined to live her true self, Conchita chose this stage name as a symbol of freedom and self-acceptance. Winning at Eurovision not only brought her fame, but also sparked a movement supporting the LGBTQ+ community around the world, contributing to raising awareness of gender diversity. In addition to her music career, Conchita Wurst is also an active advocate for transgender rights and against all forms of discrimination. She uses her influence to inspire and promote important conversations about respect and acceptance of gender diversity in society. Conchita is not only a global cultural icon, but also a great source of motivation for those who are seeking freedom, confidence, and belief in themselves. Her journey proves that with courage and determination, we can change the way society views gender identity. Dominique Jackson is a prominent producer, director, and model in the LGBTQ+ community, widely known for her important contributions to the transgender rights movement. Not only is she a multi-talented artist, she is also a steadfast activist, always speaking out to protect the rights and recognition of the transgender community. Dominique's journey began in her early adulthood, when she realized the profound difference between her biological sex and her true gender identity. The decision to transition was not only a turning point in her personal life, but also demonstrated her courage and desire to live her true self. She has strongly inspired and encouraged many people around her to dare to live true to their identity. Throughout her artistic career, Dominique has participated in many diverse projects from acting to producing, contributing to raising awareness of the challenges that the LGBTQ+ community is facing. She uses her influence to speak up for those who have not had the opportunity to be heard, promoting acceptance and equality in society. In addition to her artistic career, Dominique Jackson is also actively involved in community activities, organizing events and campaigns to support transgender people and raise awareness of their rights. Her journey is a living testament to the power of courage, determination, and self-belief, inspiring millions of people in the community and society to find confidence and hope. Carolyn Cossie, also known by her stage name Tula, is one of the pioneering and influential transgender models. Not only has she made her mark in the fashion industry, she has also become a powerful symbol in the fight for acceptance and rights of the LGBTQ+ community. Born on August 26, 1954 in England, Tula has overcome many challenges to become a model of resilience and courage. Tula's transgender journey began when she became aware of the difference between her biological sex and her true identity. After completing her transition in 1981, she made her name in fashion history as one of the first widely recognized transgender models. The major advertising campaigns she participated in not only broke barriers in the fashion industry, but also conveyed a profound message about the right to be true to oneself. In addition to her modeling career, Tula is also an active activist, appearing in numerous television shows, documentaries, and social campaigns. Through her story, she continues to raise awareness and call for respect for transgender people. Tula's story is a living testament to the power of self-acceptance and perseverance, and has inspired millions of people in the LGBTQ+ community on their journey to find identity and freedom. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. We hope that the stories we shared have helped you understand and appreciate more deeply the meaningful journey of the transgender community. Always remember that love and acceptance are the foundation for building a society full of respect and hope. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next exciting content. We look forward to reading your shares and opinions in the comments section below. See you in the next video. In a world of more than 8 billion people, there are rare individuals, only 1 in a million, who carry impressive differences. They are not superhumans, nor do they need miracles, but each person possesses an extraordinary story, a rare ability, or a journey that makes others admire. In today's video, we will learn about 20 of those special people living proof that differences are not only valuable, but also what makes each individual unique. Farah Khalek, a woman from Kenya, has earned admiration for her courageous approach to ichthyosis vulgaris, a rare autoimmune disorder that causes the skin and connective tissue to become hard and tight. Diagnosed at the age of 19, Farah has not only faced physical changes, but also a journey to find herself in a completely different form. Initially, she felt lost and scared, unable to recognize herself in the mirror. "I was so scared to look at myself," she shared. Her feelings of insecurity were further aggravated by the inaccurate diagnoses and lack of understanding from those around her. However, instead of letting fear overwhelm her, Farah chose to face and accept herself. She began sharing her journey on social media. Her honest and emotional posts and videos quickly touched the hearts of many. From a once reclusive person, Farah has become a powerful voice for the rare disease community. Her story is more than just an inspiration. Farah has a dream of starting a foundation dedicated to helping people with rare diseases find empathy, practical support, and hope in their challenging journeys. Farah is proof that when we learn to love ourselves, our stories can not only heal us, but also light the way for many others. She is not just living with a rare disease, she is living strong, inspiring, and spreading positivity. Jason Brott, affectionately known as the Illustrated Penguin, is a unique and charismatic performer who has won the hearts of audiences not only with his talent, but also with his spirit of overcoming adversity. Born with a rare disease called sacral agenesis, which left his arms fused to his shoulders and without hands, Jason still chose to stand in the spotlight, affirming one thing: Being different does not mean being limited. He is a prominent member of the Hellzapop Circus Sideshow Performance Group, where Jason performs dangerous acts such as piercing metal through his nose, lying on a bed of nails, making the audience admire not only because of the difficulty, but also because of his bravery and incredible endurance. Those performances are not simply entertainment. They are a powerful declaration of willpower and breaking all stereotypes about disabilities. Outside of the stage, Jason is also a creative tattoo artist and an emotional musician. He works at Ink Impressions in Maryland, where his tattoos carry his strong personality and unique artistic vision. Jason's journey was documented in the documentary series Born Different, which brought viewers closer to his life and extraordinary determination. Through each story, each tattoo, each performance, Jason not only shows off his talent, he spreads a profound message. Acceptance and love for yourself is the foundation to overcome all barriers. John Peck, a retired U.S. Marine Corps sergeant, is the embodiment of courage and determination to overcome adversity. He has faced the harshest moments of war, twice severely injured by IEDs, the first in Iraq in 2007, which left him with a traumatic brain injury, and the second in Afghanistan in 2010, which cost him both legs and both arms. But instead of giving up, John chose to fight, not just to live, but to live meaningfully. In 2016, he underwent one of the rare quadruple limb transplants at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston. It was not only a major medical breakthrough, but also a living testament to the steadfast spirit and belief in resurrection. His story is chronicled in his memoir, Rebuilding Sergeant Peck, an emotional journey from the battlefield to the recovery room where the human spirit becomes a healing force. Today, John is not only an inspirational speaker, but also a leader in organ donation and veteran support. With his heartfelt words and real-life experiences, he inspires the faith and desire to live in thousands of people facing challenges. John Peck is more than a soldier. He is proof that no matter how great the loss, we can rebuild our lives with will, gratitude, and never-ending hope. Harnum Kaur is the youngest woman to hold the Guinness World Record for having a full beard, a surprising sight for many. She suffers from polycystic ovary syndrome, which causes her to suffer from excessive hair growth, especially on her face. Harnum was bullied for her different appearance in her teenage years, a huge challenge as she faced social pressures and struggled with low self-esteem. However, instead of fighting back with anger, Harnum chose to accept and love herself. She gave up hiding her beard and turned it into a symbol of strength, confidence, and difference. She decided to stop waxing or shaving, embracing her natural beauty. Harnum has attracted global attention, appearing on magazine covers, participating in London Fashion Week, and starring in popular music videos. But most importantly, she has become a representative of a powerful message of body acceptance and self-confidence. Harnum's story is a reminder that beauty knows no stereotypes and that everyone has the right to love themselves, no matter how different they are. It's our self-acceptance and celebration of who we are that makes us unique. Meet Elaine Davidson, the woman who has transformed her body into a living work of art with over 11,000 piercings, a Guinness World Record that no one has ever beaten. Elaine began piercing in 1997 and quickly became fascinated with body modification as a way to express her personal identity. Her body is now a living canvas, decorated with all kinds of piercings, from tiny ones to large, prominent rings, covering every part of her body, from her ears, nose, tongue, and more. The perseverance and pain she endured to achieve this look is a testament to courage and freedom in self-expression. Elaine's story is not just about the number of piercings, but about the freedom to express herself. She has challenged social norms and become a symbol of self-acceptance. Elaine's story reminds us that our bodies are our own, and we have the right to decorate and express ourselves in the way we see fit. Elaine inspires us all to be true to ourselves, to celebrate our individuality and not be afraid to be different. Learn from her. Don't be afraid to express yourself in the most authentic way. Meet Ernestine Shepherd, the woman who proves that age is just a number. She is the oldest female bodybuilder in the world, and her story has become an endless source of inspiration for everyone. What's special is that Ernestine started her bodybuilding journey at the age of 56, an age when many people think that sports and exercise are too far away. She shared, "I felt tired of my body's slowness. It was time to change and go to the gym." And from there, she worked hard, completely changing her body and life. After just a few years, Ernestine not only achieved a toned, muscular body, but also became a professional bodybuilder. Every day, she wakes up at 4 a.m. to train, maintains a healthy diet, and proves that it's never too late to pursue your passion. Ernestine is living proof that age is no barrier to dreams, and there are no limits to those who are determined. Her story affirms that perseverance and passion can help us overcome any challenge, no matter how old we are. Chahat Kumar, a little girl from Punjab, India, has caught the attention of the international community for her unusual weight gain since she was a newborn. Born on July 24, 2016, Chahat was a normal weight, but just a few months later she began to gain weight rapidly. By the time she was 8 months old, she weighed around 17 kilograms, the average weight of a 4-year-old. This sudden change worried Chahat's parents, Siraj and Reena Kumar. She felt constantly hungry and ate much more than her peers. They took her to the doctor, but a medical diagnosis was difficult, especially because Chahat's skin was thick and hard, making it difficult for doctors to take blood samples for testing. Although doctors have not been able to come to a definitive conclusion, they suspect that Chahat may have a rare disorder involving a deficiency of leptin, a hormone that plays an important role in controlling hunger and metabolism. This condition prevents the body from recognizing when it has had enough to eat, leading to extreme cravings and uncontrolled weight gain. However, with limited medical and economic conditions, Chahat's family has had difficulty accessing specialized tests and appropriate treatment. Her journey reflects a worrying reality. In many parts of the world, children with rare diseases are still not diagnosed or treated promptly due to lack of resources and awareness. Chahat's story is not only a medical case, but also a reminder of the need for equity in healthcare, where every child, regardless of their circumstances, deserves the best medical care and support. Wei Shengchu, an acupuncturist and performance artist from China, has amazed the world with his performances that go beyond the normal limits of the human body. With a strong background in traditional Chinese medicine, he not only uses acupuncture as a treatment, but also turns it into an art form, where subtlety, concentration, and medical knowledge combine to create unforgettable moments. One of his most notable performances took place at Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in 2004, where he inserted more than 2,000 needles into his head and face, a feat that stunned audiences and set a world record. But what sets him apart is not the number, but the sheer virtuosity. Each needle is placed at a precise point that causes almost no pain, a testament to his level of skill and deep understanding of anatomy. More than just a show to attract attention, Wei Shengchu uses them as a way to honor the wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine, while challenging preconceptions about physical limitations. For him, each performance is a form of meditation, where the body and mind become one, requiring extreme control and a steady state of mind. Wei's boldness, originality, and determination have attracted the attention of media and professionals worldwide. He has become a symbol of the intersection between traditional science and contemporary performance art, a living testament that, with the right understanding and belief in oneself, people can do things that seem impossible. Wei Shengchu's journey has not only aroused admiration, but also aroused curiosity and respect for the long-standing values of Eastern medicine, a field that he has contributed to bringing closer to the world with his dedication and passion. Isla Kilpatrick-Screeton is a little girl from Leicester, UK, an extremely special case as she is the only person in the world diagnosed with mandibular dysplasia, MAD, an extremely rare genetic disease that causes premature aging. Not only is Isla a rare medical story, she is also a living symbol of extraordinary courage and determination amidst countless challenges. From the moment she was born at 36 weeks of pregnancy, Isla had to fight a series of serious health problems, including the risk of sepsis. She had to be placed in a medically induced coma immediately after birth to save her life. When she was only 10 weeks old, Isla had to undergo a critical tracheotomy surgery to be able to breathe, due to her narrow airway. Despite her difficult life journey, Isla has always made people admire her optimistic spirit and radiant personality. Unable to talk or cry like other children, she communicates through Makaton sign language, and yet radiates an unexpected joy and strength. Her parents describe Isla as a determined, energetic little girl who makes the whole family proud. Isla's story has gone viral on social media, not only to raise awareness of mandibular dysplasia, but also to connect with families facing similar situations. Isla's family's openness and honesty has created a community of love, companionship, and sharing, something that is invaluable to anyone battling a rare disease. Isla is not just a one-in-a-million individual, but also a special inspiration for love, hope, and inner strength, reminding us that sometimes it's the differences that make the most wonderful things happen. Olivia had suffered from unusual health symptoms for many years that no one could explain. Persistent nausea, bloating, constant fatigue, all like unsolved puzzle pieces, left her living in confusion and anxiety. It was not until she was 18 that she received an important diagnosis: gastroparesis, a rare disease that causes digestion to almost stop because the stomach muscles cannot contract normally. For Olivia, every meal was no longer a joy, but a challenge. The dull pain, the feeling of heaviness that lasted after each meal, forced her to completely change her lifestyle, from a special diet with small, soft, easy-to-digest portions to using a feeding tube when her body could not absorb enough nutrients. Before being accurately diagnosed, Olivia went through countless tests and examinations, going through many emotions: confusion, fatigue, disappointment. The turning point came when she underwent a gastric emptying test, a rare procedure, but one that was key to finding answers. From that moment on, Olivia not only began her treatment journey, but also chose to openly share her story on social media. She connected with the rare disease community, spread information, and most importantly, brought a sense of understanding and companionship to those who were also on the same challenging path. Olivia's strong spirit and sincerity are a great inspiration. She shows that sometimes just one right answer can open up a whole new journey, a journey of hope, of recovery, and of regaining control of life even in the most difficult circumstances. Tiamat Legion Medusa, the woman with the impressive dragon form, is a powerful symbol of self-acceptance and courage. Her story is not only a journey of changing her appearance, but also a spiritual revolution as she embarks on a path of transformation to live fully with her true nature in her soul. Tiamat is not just a woman who seeks to change her appearance. She has decided to live as a dragon, a mythical creature with proud power and beauty. This journey is not easy. She has undergone complex and painful surgeries, from horn implants splitting her tongue to tattoos simulating dragon scales covering her body. In particular, she had her ears surgically removed to create the characteristic dragon head shape, a strong mark of the identity she wishes to express. These changes are not simply changes in appearance. It was a long journey, requiring not only physical resilience but also mental strength. Each surgery, each change was a step closer to being true to herself, a person with an identity like no other. Although the journey was challenging and not easy, Tiamat has no regrets because she found freedom in expressing herself. Tiamat has become an inspiration for those who feel lost or different. Her story sends a strong message of self-acceptance, of daring to be true to yourself, even if that difference may seem strange to others. She is a living testament to the power of expressing personal identity, affirming that pursuing and expressing your true self is a worthwhile journey. With her courage and tireless perseverance, Tiamat has become a symbol of freedom, of those who are constantly searching for their own identity. Her story not only encourages us to accept differences, but also reminds each of us that only by being true to ourselves can we find true peace and freedom. Katie Renfro, a little girl from Florida, has become an endless source of inspiration for millions of people thanks to her inner strength and resilience. Born with megalencephaly, a rare disorder that causes the brain to grow abnormally and the head to be much larger than normal, Katie had a unique appearance from birth. However, her story is not only about the disease, but also about her resilience and endless joy of life. Katie has faced many serious medical challenges, including epilepsy and developmental delays, but she always shines with her innocence and bright smile. Despite living with complex medical complications, she still maintains a strong heart, overcoming difficulties to convey a message of love and hope. Katie's family, especially her mother, Charlotte, has always been a strong support for her. They not only defended her from the unsympathetic reactions and malicious comments from some people, but also worked to raise awareness of megalencephaly. Katie's mother often spoke out in her daughter's defense, asserting that Katie was a beautiful girl who deserved respect and love, not stigma or abuse. Katie's story, with its immense power, touched the hearts of many. She became a symbol of resilience, unconditional love, and a testament to the fact that beauty comes not only from appearance, but also from strength and courage to overcome challenges. Katie's story reminds us that every individual has a unique value, and it is special people like Katie who can make a profound mark on this world. With a pure soul and a strong heart, Katie has proven that strength does not always come from being perfect, but from loving yourself and bravely facing life no matter how difficult it is. She is the ideal role model for those who never give up, regardless of appearance or circumstances. Fu Wanggui, a teenager from Beijing, China, has attracted global attention for his rare deformity. Born with 3 extra cervical vertebrae, Fu's neck is much longer than normal, causing great difficulty in movement and persistent pain. Fu was diagnosed with congenital scoliosis when he was just 6 years old, and the extra vertebrae pressed on his nerves, making it difficult for him to perform daily activities. Despite facing many physical challenges, Fu has always maintained an optimistic and hopeful spirit. Fu's father, Fu Zhenyu, has always emphasized that his son's health is the most important thing rather than his appearance. The boy often attracts attention when he goes out, but his family has always been strong in protecting and supporting him. Fortunately, with the support of a charity in Beijing, Fu was able to undergo a complex surgery to remove the extra vertebrae and relieve pressure on his nerves. The surgery not only reduced the length of Fu's neck, but also significantly improved her quality of life. Fu's story is a testament to the power of resilience and hope, and reminds us of the importance of compassion and understanding for those with rare diseases. In 2014, Jackson Buell was born in Orlando, Florida, with a rare brain defect called microhydranencephaly, which left nearly 80% of his brain and skull undeveloped. Doctors initially predicted he would only live a few days, but Jackson beat the odds and lived for more than 5 years, becoming a symbol of strength and resilience. Despite the dire prognosis, Jackson's parents, Brandon and Brittany Buell, decided to continue the pregnancy and shared their son's journey on social media. The nickname Jackson Strong became an icon, and with every moment, Jackson inspired millions with his smiles, sounds, and simple yet priceless interactions. Jackson's story shatters all stereotypes about disability, spreading a message of hope and the power of the human spirit. Although Jackson passed away on April 1st,